I want to talk about all of these guys here on TikTok.
Okay, the hype is real. This film is amazing. This is easily one of the most disturbing films I've watched this year.
The film I just watched is one of the most disturbing, depraved, brutal, relentless horror films of this decade so far.
Last night I watched the meanest horror movie I've ever seen, easily the most disturbing of the year.
Whatever you have heard about this movie, One Evil Lurks, they're not lying. One of the most brutal movies I've ever seen.
Spoiler alert, it's nowhere near that good. About once every couple months, it's all those guys, and there's a couple others. They all do the exact same thing. This is the scariest movie I've ever, you guys are not gonna, this is the craziest movie I've ever seen. Is it? Is it the craziest movie you've ever seen? Because it's so weird because you just said that. All of you just said that. Do you guys get paid to say this shit? Like legitimately, like you guys, you have to be getting paid, right? I've watched most of these movies that you guys have, where you're all like, the hype is real. This movie is fucking crazy. I don't think there's been one where I've been like, that was pretty good. There has not been one time where anything these guys have said, I've been like, I should listen to them more. Now, I can suspend disbelief to watch a movie. I can absolutely sit here and be like, fucking Superman flies. Like, I can do that. So don't come at me being like, you're taking the movie too seriously. No, because if that's what the movie is going to put itself off as, that's what I need from the movie. This is a possession movie. So again, I can suspend disbelief on that. But the whole movie is based upon these two guys acting like fucking idiots. And then, of course, the director comes out after criticism. He's like, well, they're supposed to be dumb. This movie has lazy writing. The pacing is horrific. I feel like you can't have any normal critical thinking to enjoy this movie. And the thing that bothers me the most about a lot of these movies is the use of CGI and practical effects. The CGI is so bad, it completely takes you out of the film. Now, here are your spoilers. There is a scene in the movie where a little kid gets attacked by a dog. Now, there's always kind of a rule where, like, you don't mess with kids in movies, and I think that's fucking dumb. Everyone fucking gets it. If it's true evil, if it's truly unsettling, kids are part of the fucking program. The kid and the dog are sitting right next to each other, and the kid's petting the dog. And the dog, like, reaches over to grab the kid. And, like, the dog, like, bends to grab the kid, and I don't know how people let that shit slide. They pull that shit with the dog, they pull it, and I don't know why they do this with cars, by the way. It's like really spent, like it's so unrealistic when someone gets hit by a car in movies like this with CGI. It looks so bad. And the thing that probably bothered me the most about this movie, aside from all the hype that's clearly not fucking true, is the practical effects. One point that really stands out to me in this movie is towards the end when the main, like, infected guy, they're pulling him out from under a stage. He goes over and he beats the guy with a pipe. You can tell it's a rubber suit. Now, of course, obviously, again, I know they're not going to bash some dude's fucking head in, but when you hit the suit and you see the whole thing fucking just bouncing, that takes you out of the movie. It's just very disappointing. I just don't get where the hype comes from for these movies, and it looks like this. I've only seen a couple people like really dog this fucking movie on TikTok, and it deserves that. I think this has like a 7.2 or something on IMDb. I don't put any fucking credit into that at all. IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes. Why do you guys use Rotten Tomatoes? Rotten Tomatoes fucking sucks, by the way. In the end, the decision to make these characters completely idiotic and to refuse to do anything remotely reasonable decision-wise just doesn't make sense to me, and it hurts the movie. Like, at first, he's just kind of doing things wrong and just trying to figure it out. He even ended up having the help of a veteran exorcist and still decided to just completely ignore that for no reason. To do that completely ruins the survivor's agenda of this movie. But to have a system where these movies are so highly rated, there's a problem in there somewhere. Either it's with the brain capacity of the people that are watching these movies, or you're getting paid to score it high. I want to see your fucking income. I want to see that there's not a check coming in for you guys talking so highly about this movie. This movie fucking sucks.